So we beat Lost Sinner, and now I'm going to tell you who Lost Sinner is. So that's where all your shackles, they were all tying her here.
Right.
So Lost Sinner is a character, most likely, is a specific character from Dark Souls that you did not meet.
Because you never brought me across her.
Because you never used pyromancy.
Oh.
She was the high-level pyromancy trainer, Quelana, I think it was. She was the... Because remember the spider lady?
Yes.
No, there's no illusion there. So yeah, remember the spider lady and her sister that we ran into? Quelaag.
Log.
And the fair lady, her sister. And anyway, Quelana, I'm pretty sure that... Quelan or Quelana, I'm getting those confused, was the... So this is one of the primal bonfires, the big powerful ones.
Oh.
My goal of this first, 2/3 of the game is to light all 4 of these.
Okay.
So that's 1 of 4. Anywho, so that boss's identity. She was the highest level pyromancy trainer in the original Dark Souls.
Yes.
But we're going way back into the lore of Dark Souls. The Witch of Izalith, who was the Bed of Chaos boss fight, she attempted to rekindle that first flame. The first flame in Dark Souls, which you did at the very end of the game.
Yay!
She attempted to do it artificially, and that led to all of the demons in Dark Souls existing, and the Bed of Chaos existing, because she screwed up. And that is also what corrupted the sisters into spider people. I think there were 7 sisters in that game, and you can find each one of them in the game. One of them is Quelaag, one of them is the other spider lady, one of them is the corpse in Ceaseless Discharge that you get the armor off of. Right. One of them is the pyromancy teacher sister. One of them you fight as an NPC invader in Lost Izalith.
And they're all in, the half-spider form?
No.
Okay.
They're in the... Do you remember that armor that was, basically made you look like the Grim Reaper?
Right, yeah.
That's their armor.
Oh.
And so, the corpse you find that armor on is one of them.
Ah, and I wouldn't have known that unless I actually read into the lore.
Or read into the lore and did stuff, because that woman we just ran into is supposedly Quelan, the highest level pyromancy trainer from the original Dark Souls, who was one of those sisters and the only one not afflicted. If you talk to her a lot, she will eventually ask you to kill the Bed of Chaos and all the other sisters, out of mercy. Mm-hmm. And, the lore for the Lost Sinner is that she attempted to do shenanigans with the First Flame, and also screwed up. So post Dark Souls, she attempted to do stuff. Screwed up even more, possibly destroying kingdoms in the process, and then exiled herself as the Lost Sinner to that little dungeon cell.
Right.
And now, if I want to, I can actually go buy her armor from the merchant. But it's... Okay, I'll show you the mask.
The mask really was, the only appealing thing.
Because the other... It's just
Can you put yourself in shackles?
Yeah. You can get shackles for your ankles and your wrists.
Wow.
Oh, hello.
Is he gonna have it? No, he does not have that yet. Wonder what triggers having that. So yeah, what does it say about... Because I have her soul, so
and, there is no, books you collect in this game, right? It's, all the lore is found in, just the armor.
See, her soul... Because this is, show item info. Soul of the Lost Sinner, prisoner of Sinner's Rise. The Lost Sinner eternally punishes herself for the sins of her past. So that's part of it. And then once you get all the pieces of her armor, each of those will have a different little anecdote on
So that's actually how you discover the story.
Yeah, that's how you discover a lot of stuff. And then... Probably the best way to put it is that nothing in these games is placed unintentionally. So, like I said, something as simple as a corpse being in a certain place is, could be a part of the story. Because that means that was someone who died there. So if they have a specific item on them, or a specific soul, or something like that.
Right.
So I'm going to get one more attunement slot, so I can use more fire. And then I'm going to go make my fire more powerful. So, we've beaten the first of 4 sections.
So you have to get you have to get 4 souls from
4
those 4
souls
people.
and the 4 primal bonfires.
Right.
So, the places we can head to now. We can go to that weird crossroads in the forest, past where we rescued this lady. Mm-hmm. We can go to that poisonous kind of mine area, and there's a couple areas past that, and then a Great Soul. And all of these eventually lead to a Great Soul. Or we can go down the pit in the middle of town.
Let's get the pit out of the way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
upgrade my pyromancy flame a bit.
Just pits.
I'm always here.
Alright, then I'm gonna hold off on leveling up just yet because I need a certain item to do that.
You have to buy the special key.
Actually, I
Open pit.
don't... Let me see... Okay, I do have enough HP. Actually, I can probably go down the pit now? I am not 100% sure.
You got this.
I'm pretty sure I can, because see, you need to buy a ring from the cat in here.
You're always trying to talk yourself out of something. You're going to do it.
Because you buy a ring from her, which is really expensive and more money than I have.
Nothing's... Well, that's...
More souls, sorry.
I know what you meant. It's okay.
Money, souls, same thing. Let's see, Belfry Gargoyle Soul. I am not going to use that item, so I will use its soul. Hello, kitty. So this reduces my fall damage and lets me go down that hole.
You're just going to jump down there?
Yeah, that's how you
Or
go down
that's
there.
the only way you can go down.
Well, there's two ways you can go down there. See, you always have to jump down there, but there's a guy you can eventually find named Laddersmith Gilligan, who's a pretty appropriate name, really. And you can buy ladders that will get you further and further down this.
Yeah.
And I know you can go down with just this ring, and I'm pretty sure I have enough health to go down with just this ring.
Are you going to level up your health once just to be safe? You don't have enough
No,
souls?
because you need like
Just equip it and jump.
you need like 900 or so health, and I have like 1200. But I'm gonna go see if I can buy another pyromancy spell first. So, what should I buy? Should I buy... So, I'll leave it up to you. This is the spell I have. I don't really need
Right,
another
that's
copy
like
of that.
spell plus 2.
Fire Orb. This is a little bit more powerful version of the spell I have. It's a little bit larger fireball, fewer casts.
Right.
This is Combustion. This is basically a point-blank blast of fire.
Okay.
Decently powerful, kind of weak for where I am in the game.
Is it like a widespread attack or?
No, not really. It's
Okay.
pretty much you have to be right next to somebody. But it is faster, too. Poison Mist. This will cast a giant cloud of poison that will, if somebody's in it for long enough, they will get poisoned. Kind of limited utility, because not everything can get poisoned.
Right.
This is Flash Sweat. This will make me sweat a lot.
And
Which, for some reason, increases my fire resistance by a whole bunch.
which seems very circumstantial.
It's very circumstantial.
Okay, past that.
And then there's Iron Flesh, which turns my body into metal. And makes me... It really lowers my speed a whole bunch. It really increases my defense and my poise a whole bunch. Also, kind of situational. I haven't used it in Dark Souls 2, so I don't really know how useful it is, because depending on the patch, the spell kind of varies from brokenly overpowered to completely useless.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I would say either Fire Orb or Combustion.
Oh, it's kind of a gamble, but I kind of want to see you use Iron Flesh. But, you know, we can always come back to it.
Yeah.
So for now, let's go ahead and go with Combustion. Actually, you can buy both.
So, Fire Orb or Iron Flesh?
Iron Flesh.
Because I can show you what Iron... Because, like, I can show you Iron Flesh, I don't know how much I want to use it. Just
Well,
because...
I'd like to see you use it in combat, at least. Just once.
You know what I might be able to use Iron Flesh for? To reduce my fall damage when I'm falling down this pit.
Seems like a good combo.
And
You
oddly...
do have the ring on, right?
That would be a good idea. But I have Ring of Giants, that's just poise, increase, so... Yeah, I'll pop it on over that. Meow. I don't actually need this, why do I have that equipped? Let's see... And... That actually gets me one more attunement slot, that ring I just equipped, so now I can attune all three.
There you go.
So, and now, oddly enough, having no armor on actually makes me take less fall damage.
Get rid of the shield, too. Because that weighs you down.
I don't actually know if that affects it, but...
Oh, come on. I think it would. And your sword, too. Just put on your glove. Your catcher's mitt.
So, I'm kind of taking a gamble on this Iron Flesh actually working for this, because it's either going to make this way worse or better. But if I die, I go, like, right back here, so it probably pays to equip the right thing. Just throwing a fireball down a pit. This is what Iron Flesh looks like.
Wow, you look like the Silver Surfer with pink hair.
I don't really think it's doing... Iron Flesh is doing anything.
I thought it would, like, reduce your fall damage significantly. Like, you could just drop the whole way down.
Well, no, if I... The ring, you mean?
Yeah.
No, because if I drop down that far without the ring on, I would just be dead.
Right.
So let's see, I think this is my next goal here.
You sure? There's one that's closer.
There is?
Yeah, right there.
Oh. Okay. Because then, is my next one... I either need to jump across to that one, which is possible but hard, or I need to fall down to that
super
one.
narrow one.
Or fall on that... Because if I fall on the narrow one, I think it just breaks, and I fall into the pit and die.
Oh, okay.
So, I either need to fall to the earthen ledge,
I think you
or the wooden
can
platform.
roll or jump. Or...
So, wooden platform, you say?
Yeah. Okay, I think the Iron Flesh made your fall damage worse. Because you took, like, what? Like a fourth of your health that time?
Okay, yeah, Iron Flesh made that a lot worse.
Yeah.
So now we're in the Grave of Saints. This is actually a kind of weird special area.
Grave of Saints. Saint Gravy.
It's a multiplayer-focused area, and if my internet is working, there's a high chance I will be invaded here.
Might want to get equipped.
Where's my sword? I really need to upgrade that.
You're not wearing shoes yet.
I think that's what I was wearing? I know, I'm not. What did I have on? These?
No. I don't know. Trend Blake leggings.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay.
So, there's a covenant in this game called the Rat Servant Covenant.
Mm-hmm.
I think, or something akin to that. But basically, what it does is it makes a couple areas in the game weird invasion zones where I will not get invaded here by another player. Instead, by being here, I have the chance to be drawn into someone else's game.
As the invader?
Yes.
Oh.
And, however, the trick is that in their games, they have modified this level to be full of traps.
The player.
Yeah, they have. Because there's a whole bunch of little things you can activate here that are traps.
Uh-huh.
And the longer I'm in this area, the higher chance I have of invading someone, I guess would be the term.
Getting forcefully invaded.
Forceful invasions. Like, see, like you can lower this to lower that. There's a bunch of traps, so you can, like this will, I think, make poison pools come out on the ground. But thankfully, this is also a very short area. So I'm surprised I have not invaded somebody yet. It's usually automatic when you're going through here online.
Do you think it would have been a cool interface for them to have some sort of, like, save carryover from the first game to this?
I don't really know how you do it.
Well, like, not as so much as, like, your character and stats, but, like, I don't know, for, like, your character, like, some sort of lore be more tied to your characters.
So, that's the whole area.
Really?
Yep.
That's it?
Yep, that's it.
You're out. You're in the clear.
Well, I have to fight a boss now, but I'm in the clear.
Oh,
Being
as
invaded
far
by
as,
other
yeah.
people. So, it's also a weird boss, too.
So, like, if you go back in there, you'll still get invaded, but
Yeah.
once you rested that bonfire, you're clear?
Once I rest, I think that bonfire counts as, like, a new semi-area. So this is a really, really weird boss fight.
Ratmans.
It's like a horde fight. The boss is actually one of these rats that has not shown up yet. You have to kill a certain number of these rats, and then he will show up.
You should use, not consummation, use combustion. Don't consummate, please.
So, now I'm not really doing a lot of damage
That's
against these
fireball,
guys.
though.
Come here, buddy. So, once the actual, like, boss rat gets here, it's a pretty easy fight.
Okay. Can these rats poison you?
I believe so. I think they can also petrify me, too.
Too bad that doesn't have... Oh, it does have splash damage. Okay.
It has a tiny bit of splash
Yeah,
damage.
well, still.
And until I kill the big boss rat, infinite rats will spawn into here. And it's just kind of about, like...
That also means infinite experience, Woody. Grind. Farm it.
And see, but these rat statues are everywhere, so it kind of makes fighting like a pain, because my sword bounces
Right,
off
and they're
of
not
them.
breakable, which sucks.
So it's all just kind of about, like,
Ooh.
trying to corral
Iron
everyone.
flesh. Here we go. Perfect time. You should do it.
Come
on.
It's a really long... Okay, well, give me a second.
Okay.
I think it's a bad idea, because I'm just going to get trapped in a corner, because I move so slow.
Oh.
Like, and I'll just get hoarded by a bunch of rats. I can try it, but I'm probably going to die. Your call.
Well, if the bonfire's so close, if you do die, it's whatever.
Because it can be more harmful than it is helpful. Because, yeah, see how fast I'm moving now that I have my equipment on?
Are your attacks slow, too?
No, those are the same. Thankfully, I don't think...
You should two-hand it. Ah!
Except I'm getting petrified
Okay.
now.
Okay, so it's a short spell. I'm glad it wore off quickly, because you're right. It's pretty much... So when would
should be
when
here
would
soon.
Iron Flesh be
Like,
useful?
it's very situational. Basically, like, because... Remember the 4 kings from the last game?
Yes.
It's kind of like in a situation where it's a DPS race and you and the boss can damage each other about as fast. Like that.
Right.
Because if it's like, if you want to damage the boss as fast as it's hurting you, you can use that so you won't get stunned.
Okay, the rat boss comes out after a certain amount of time, or after a certain amount of rats.
A certain
are
amount of
killed?
rats are killed.
Okay.
And we can tell because he looks slightly different, and a health bar will appear on the bottom of the screen. He's not really that much tougher than the other rats, though.
Really? Doesn't have more health? Or...
He's like he has slightly more health.
Really? So like 3 hits?
No, more than that.
Okay.
There he is.
Well, there's your.
He has a big
cue.
mohawk,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to try to pick him off with Fireball. So we need to look for the rat that looks different from the others. That's not him. Oh, it's the one right behind me. Yeah. That guy.
It's a royal rat, really? I don't think you're going to pick him off with Fireball since you're almost out of Fireball casts.
Well, I was going to hit him with Fireball. Because the thing that makes this fight annoying, because then targeting him is annoying, and...
Oh, wow. How far of a range does a Fireball have?
I could probably hit him from there, but... Ah! There's so many... It's like there's so many rats, it makes targeting hard. Because, see, Iron Flesh now might be a good idea if I could get in next to him.
Oh, because your poise goes up too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but you got pretty close to being petrified. And, like, the rats infinitely spawn too, even once he's in there, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's in your best interest.
Please don't unlock on. I know you're in the corner, rat. Come here.
Ooh.
And he does a bit more damage.
Yeah.
Too. Got him.
Nice. And they'll all scatter?
Yeah. Thankfully, I don't have to kill them. But I can punch them with my fire fist.
Wait, you can just punch and
Yeah.
do fire damage? That's cool. So if you get the spell, that increases your unarmed
The
damage?
item?
Yeah. Can you still wear that glove and it's considered...
No.
Oh.
It's not considered unarmed.
You know how cool that would be, Woody? Flaming Fist of Fury.
Alright, we'll talk to him next time.
Okay.
Like the Souls series? Well, we have a lot of Souls-related content here on Video Attack. We have an ongoing crit play for Dark Souls 2, which is basically like a really long review discussing the positives and negatives of Dark Souls 2 along with Kai. We've also got a full Let's Play for the original Dark Souls, where Chicho goes into the game blind and uses my advice to get through the game. As a result of that, we've got plenty of death montages of every single death that Chicho had to suffer throughout the game.